Hey guys, what's up? Dexter here. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me go and make sure I'm live here on my page. Wanted to drop some knowledge to you guys tonight. Okay, it looks like it. Hey guys, let me go and make sure I'm live. Oh, I am. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So what's up, guys? Dexter here. Look, I wanted to. I was thinking earlier about. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of studying, and I was thinking. I said, you know what? I need to start going live, sharing some of this knowledge that I'm getting, and some of you guys have as well. But we can just kind of meet with information to be able to share back and forth to learn from one another. Now, I'm also recording this. It's going to be on our YouTube channel, The Upgraders, as well. So you guys can catch it here, catch it on Facebook, catch it on YouTube, wherever. Uh, but if you want to go to check us out on YouTube, go to the youtube.com/the upgraders. You can subscribe to our channel, or you can listen to it here. It doesn't matter, but I want to drop this information to you. So I was thinking, right? Let me paint this scenario for you. And I titled this The Reason You Are Stressed. All right. So let's look at a gazelle. All right. So imagine in Africa, there's a gazelle that's grazing through, just eating, just relaxing, right? And then there's a lion that's coming up through the brush. The gazelle is still eating. Now, the gazelle has really big eyes, so it's looking around, but it's still very relaxed and it's eating, right? So as soon as the lion makes an attack, the gazelle goes into fight or flight, right? Takes off running. The lion is in chase, right? So what happens? The gazelle's adrenals spike up and it's running, fighting for his life, right? So the lion attempts and the lion fails. So then what happens is after the lion realizes that it's not going to catch the gazelle, the lion just slows down, goes somewhere and lays down because it exerted a lot of energy. Well, the gazelle, now, it's also studies that show once a gazelle gets caught, they just kind of lay limp and the lion eats them because the gazelle is out of energy too. It's a spike in the adrenals, the responses go up, fight or flight kicks in, the gazelle is done. But the gazelle gets away. The lion goes on his merry way. But guess what happens to the gazelle? The gazelle's fight or flight response is done and it goes back to grazing. Now, the gazelle does recognize where it was eating, so the gazelle may not go back to that same location, but the gazelle's adrenals goes back down, the fight or flight response is over, and it's a wrap. This situation never happened, right? Let me tell you what happens to us adults, me included, right? So what happens is when we are triggered, fight or flight kicks in, right? When we get tremendously stressed, anxiety kicks in. Boom, the fight or flight response increases. Now, we're just flustered. Our adrenals get up, the autonomic nervous system kicks in, and we're just heightened, excited, frustrated, all kinds of stuff kicks in. But what happens is, unlike the gazelle, we don't turn it off. So we stay at that constant state of angst. So what happens? What's going on? So the autonomic nervous system doesn't break back down. We stay stressed, we stay anxious, and then that brings on diseases. Guys, it brings it on, right? And I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm like, you know what, man, this stuff is really, it's something, because I want you all to think about something. You guys that are watching now or either watching on the replay, think about this for a moment. When you have an altercation with someone, I don't know, it could be over anything. Let's say school's back in session. Let's say that you have an altercation with another parent. So that situation happens. Let's say you're dropping off your kid at school. The altercation takes place. That after that event is over, you might still be pissed off, right? Then the next day, you go back to school to drop your kid off. Your mind goes right back to that situation. and then all of a sudden you get amped up again, right? Let me go to make sure I got any, see if I got any comments. You get amped up again, right? So now, make sure I'm live here. Okay, so now you are amped up, and it's hard for you to bring yourself back down. Think about if you see that person, you're amped up again. So what happens? You're just pumping. Your adrenaline is pumping. You're anxious. You're stressed, and now you're just messed up. Let me read something to you real quick. I just screenshot this. This is powerful information. All right, listen to this. The fight or flight response or the stress response is triggered by a release of hormones, either prompting us to stay and fight or run and flee. All right, now that's very important. The sympathetic nervous system stimulate the adrenal glands, triggering the release of catecholamines. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, which include adrenaline and non-adrenaline. This results in an increase in heart rate, blood pressure, and your breathing rate. So what happens is you get stressed, you see that parent, you guys have the altercation, then it's done. Well, you carry that. The next day you see the parent. You might be looking at each other crazy. You get into, your adrenals kick up. Now you're stressed out again, right? Nothing has happened. It's just your mindset has taken you back to that place. Now you're stressed out again. The next day you're stressed out again. And guys, I'm telling you what it's doing to us. You heard me read it. The heart rate is kicking up. You're in fight or flight. You're pissed. You automatically go back to that event. Now, the school thing is just an example. This happens with getting around family members during the holidays. This happens every day, whether it's at your workplace, if you run a business and you're customer facing, it could be customers that come into your business. You have that same response. We have to learn how to come out of fight or flight just like the gazelle. If not, then it's going to turn into sickness. All right. So one of the things that I am still learning to do, even though I wrote a book about the mindset, Help, My Mind is Too Loud. Even though I wrote a book on it, I'm still working on that for myself. You can use different techniques, a breathing technique, right? There's one that I use is 4 seconds, right? So you breathe in deeply for 4 seconds. You hold it for 4 seconds. You release it for 4 seconds. Then you start that cycle all over again. What's happening is when you go into that high beta and you just, you can come out of that by breathing exercises that bring you back down. We must learn how to relax. And with everything going on in the world today, the stresses that we're all dealing with, we've got to know how to control our autonomic nervous system. Okay, I wanted to come up here to share this with you guys because I think it's vitally important. As we all are, none of us are getting younger. We want to feel younger, but we're not getting younger. So we need to learn how to regulate our bodies. We need to learn how to relax, how to breathe, how to look at situations like the gazelle. Look, if you're going to have the fight or flight response, it's our caveman response, right? It's our crocodile brain going to work. However, we can control it. So we got to learn how to do that. I wanted to drop this on you guys tonight. Again, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. And what I plan to do is I'm going to start doing a series of teaching. It's only going to be a few minutes, but this is the book. It's called The Compound Effect. You guys see that? I've been reading this book. I pulled it back out. It's some amazing things inside of this book. And the compound effect will affect all of our lives. It's written by Darren Hardy. It's an amazing read. But what's inside of it is some phenomenal things that we can use for our life. All right. So I'm going to come back probably tomorrow. I don't know what time. It might be this time, might be a little earlier. But I'm going to bring some more knowledge just out of the book. I might read a couple of pages or something, or read a couple of paragraphs and expound on it. And this is a part of my mindset series, right? It's going to be on the Upgraders YouTube channel. So I hope you guys get something out of it. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you can actually relate to getting that stress bumped up and you don't know how to bring it down, leave a comment below. I love to hear your thoughts. Now, everything is about information. It is about sowing information. That's what Tanya and I plan to start doing even more, and just getting our information out there. We're also looking at revamping our podcast channel, which is on the major platforms, called Upgrade Your Life. We may change the title. I don't know, but we're going through that also. So a lot of things that we are doing with some rebranding and some re-strategizing on some things. So you guys stay connected to us. Hope you guys have a phenomenal rest tonight. Listen, when you lay down, don't take your stress with you. If you got to do some breathing exercises, remember I said the 4-4-4-4. If you got to do some breathing exercises to bring yourself down, then you do that. Have a great night's rest. Get up in the morning. Look forward to taking over tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. Or if you're watching this video later, whatever date it is, the next day, wake up refreshed. Wake up with the right mindset. And remember, control your breathing, because it's going to control your health. All right. So, guys, you know I'm Dexter L. Scott, the voice that motivates. And I'm a part of the Upgraders, one half of the Upgraders. Our tagline is, we may not know you, but we know what's in you. Hope you got something out of it. We'll see you guys later. Peace.